Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, for this is not just another message passing through the wind, this is heaven's clock aligning with your destiny." Tomorrow at 9:31 a.m., a divine alignment will occur, a moment that has been written in the heavenly scrolls long before you were born. A moment that will shift your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Many of you have felt the weight of years pressing on your heart, losses that seemed permanent, battles that felt unending, prayers that echoed but felt unanswered. Yet, the time has come when the heavens break open and pour a flood of change upon your life. Tomorrow at 9:31 a.m., your life will not remain the same. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is destiny arriving at your door. Archangel Michael declares that the struggles that have chained your soul are about to shatter. The enemies that plotted in secret will be revealed in the light of morning. The tears that watered the ground at midnight will bloom into a harvest of joy by dawn. Heaven has chosen this exact hour, 9:31 a.m., for your breakthrough, because the divine hand moves with precision. The angels have been dispatched, not tomorrow, not the next day, but at this very hour, to release what has been locked away from you. Hear me, for too long you have carried the pain of betrayal, the loss of opportunities, the doors that slammed shut when you thought they would open. But I tell you, child of light, those doors were not a denial, they were a redirection. The very path you thought was leading you to emptiness was guiding you instead to the appointed hour of fullness. The powers of darkness knew this moment was coming, and that is why your warfare was so heavy, that is why you were almost crushed under the pressure. Because they saw the calendar of heaven written against your name, and they knew, 9:31 a.m. would be the breaking of their grip over your destiny. Michael says, tomorrow the sound of chains will be heard no more in your life. A weight will lift. A peace you have never known will enter your spirit. But you must not dismiss this as ordinary time. You must be ready. For at exactly 9:31, the Spirit of God will place in your hand something you lost, something stolen, something delayed. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your calling, all are tied into this release. And when the clock turns, so will your life. There are forces that wanted to keep you blind, to make you scroll past this message, to convince you this is nothing but words. But deep in your soul, you know this is a call to awaken. Do not turn away now. The angel armies are standing guard around your house, around your children, around your destiny. The arrow that was formed to destroy you will be broken. The sickness that tried to claim you will dissolve. The debts that drowned your peace will suddenly find relief. The shame that clung to your name will be wiped away. Michael speaks again, you will wake tomorrow morning with a strange stirring in your spirit. At first, it may feel like unease, but it is not fear. It is the shaking of your soul before the arrival of heaven's wind. You will sense something shifting around you. Pay attention. Watch the clock. Do not miss this divine hour. For some, a phone call will come. For others, a door will open. For others still, a letter or message long delayed will finally arrive. But for all who believe, something undeniable will change at exactly 9:31 a.m. This is not the end. This is the new beginning you prayed for when no one was watching. This is the morning you thought might never come. Heaven is saying, hold on just a little longer. Do not give up at the edge of your promise. You are standing at the border of your destiny, and tomorrow, you will cross over. And I, Archangel Michael, assure you that what the enemy tried to bury will rise. What you thought was dead will live. What you thought was lost will be returned. This is why the warfare was so fierce, because hell fights hardest at the edge of heaven's breakthrough. So tonight, prepare your spirit. Cleanse your mind of doubt. Whisper your heart's deepest prayer before you sleep. And tomorrow, when the sun rises and the clock strikes 9:31, lift your head, for you will know, the shift has come. This is your divine confirmation. This is your appointed hour. And nothing, no demon, no delay, no person, no circumstance, can cancel what God has already written in your favor. Your destiny changes tomorrow at 9:31 a.m. Be ready. Archangel Michael says, do not take this lightly, for tomorrow at 9:31 a.m., heaven's decree over your life will thunder into the earth. What has been hidden in the unseen realm will manifest in your visible world. You have wondered why your nights felt so heavy, why your heart carried unexplained burdens, why you often woke up suddenly as though something was stirring around you. It is because your spirit has been sensing the gathering of angels, the alignment of destiny, the trembling of the heavens preparing to pour blessings upon you that no hand can take away. The Lord has marked this time. There are hours in life that pass unnoticed, but there are hours when eternity kisses the earth, when God Himself writes in bold strokes across your timeline. Tomorrow at 9:31 a.m. is such an hour. The shift will be unmistakable. A weight will move. A fear will break. A chain will fall. For some, the release will come as sudden financial provision, money you did not expect, favor from people who once ignored you, approval on matters that were delayed for months or even years. For others, it will be the mending of relationships, apologies that were long overdue, forgiveness that heals years of brokenness, and reconnection with someone your soul never stopped loving. And for others, it will be the healing of the body, sickness dissolving, pain lifting, and peace washing through every cell. Do you not see? The heavens have been preparing you for this. Every delay, every tear, every sleepless night was not wasted, it was a seed. And tomorrow at 9:31 a.m., the seed bursts forth into a harvest. But hear this, the enemy will try to distract you before this moment comes. He will whisper lies into your thoughts, convincing you that nothing is changing, that you are imagining things. He will try to make you oversleep, to cause sudden arguments, to bring confusion right before your breakthrough. That is why Michael says, remain alert. Watch. Pray. Be still and ready. The adversary cannot stop what God has written, but he will attempt to blind you so that you do not recognize it when it comes. At 9:30 a.m., your life will look the same. But by 9:31 a.m., a shift will begin. It may seem subtle at first, an inner peace, a sudden message, a deep knowing in your spirit. But as the hours unfold, you will see the manifestation. Heaven's timing is exact, and when the Almighty sets the hour, no power in earth or hell can move it. This moment was chosen because your spirit has matured through trials. The lessons you endured have shaped your heart, and God only releases great blessings to those who are prepared to carry them. You are now ready. That is why tomorrow, the release begins. Michael says, your enemies will be confused, because they planned your downfall, yet they will witness your rising. They will see you step into opportunities they thought they had stolen from you. They will hear your name spoken in places they tried to erase it. And they will know that it was not man, but heaven, that lifted you. And I tell you this, what begins at 9:31 a.m. tomorrow will not be a fleeting moment. It will be the first ripple in a wave of transformation. It will set into motion a chain of events that will continue to open doors, to restore what was lost, to lift you higher than you dreamed. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not question the timing. Do not say, maybe later, maybe next year. No, this is the hour appointed. This is the mark of destiny. This is the sound of heaven declaring, enough delay. Enough sorrow. Enough waiting. Now it is time. So prepare tonight with expectation. Walk tomorrow with faith. And when the clock strikes 9:31 a.m., lift your head, for you will feel it, you will know it, and your life will never again be the same. Archangel Michael says, beloved child, I must go deeper, for your heart needs the fullness of this word. Heaven has waited for this moment, and your spirit must not miss it. Tomorrow at exactly 9:31 a.m., a shift will break through the veil of your life, a shift so profound that you will look back and say, that was the hour everything began to change. Do you not feel it stirring already? Even as these words reach you, something inside you knows this is not ordinary. It is as if your spirit has been restless, waiting for a moment it could not name. That moment has now been named. It is written in heaven's clock. It is 9:31 a.m. Let me show you the weight of this hour. For months, perhaps years, you have prayed prayers that seemed unanswered. You have carried wounds in silence, waiting for someone to notice your pain, yet none did. You faced battles in the unseen, battles that nearly broke you. Yet every tear you shed, every cry you whispered, every hope you dared to hold on to, was caught by angels and laid before the throne of God. And tomorrow, at 9:31, the answer begins to unfold. Michael says, the breakthrough is not delayed anymore. The chains are not allowed to remain. The time of release has come. Heaven has written your name into the hour of change. At 9:30, the enemy will laugh, convinced nothing is happening. At 9:31, his laughter will turn to silence. At 9:31, the chains of delay will break. At 9:31, the doors will open. At 9:31, the blessing that was withheld will flow. At 9:31, destiny will knock at your door. Do you see how specific this is? God is not vague. He has chosen a moment, down to the very minute, because He wants you to know this is not coincidence, it is divine appointment. Some of you have felt like everything was slipping through your fingers. Opportunities lost, relationships broken, finances drained, health fading. You whispered in the night, Lord, is there still hope for me? Heaven's answer is resounding, yes. Hope is not gone. Hope is arriving at 9:31. But prepare yourself. This is not just about what you will receive, it is about who you are becoming. The enemy tried to make you bitter, but tomorrow, you will walk into joy. The enemy tried to bury your dreams, but tomorrow, they will breathe again. The enemy tried to silence your voice, but tomorrow, your voice will be heard. Michael says, watch how quickly it shifts. At first, you may only sense it as a peace washing over your spirit. Then it will manifest as signs, a message from someone unexpected, a door suddenly opening, a thought pressing on your mind that leads to breakthrough. For some, it will be a financial miracle, money suddenly released. For others, a relationship restored. For others still, the healing you have prayed for will suddenly begin to manifest. And know this, your enemies will not understand. They will see you rising and wonder how. They will question why the very plans they set against you have failed. They will whisper about you, saying, how did this happen so quickly? But you will know. It was not them, not luck, not chance. It was heaven at 9:31 a.m. This is not the end of your story, it is the turning of the page. A new chapter begins tomorrow, and the words written will be joy, restoration, and divine favor. Beloved, tonight before you rest, speak your prayer to heaven. Lay your heart bare. Tomorrow morning, rise with expectation. And when the hour of 9:31 arrives, lift your spirit, for you will feel the shift. Archangel Michael says again, this is the hour you have been waiting for. It is not imagination. It is not chance. It is written. At 9:31 a.m. tomorrow, your destiny changes forever. Archangel Michael says, listen, beloved. The hour is appointed. The ink on heaven's schedule has dried. Tomorrow, when the clock tips from 9:30 to 9:31, something written long ago steps out of promise and into your present. This is not poetic talk. This is instruction from above. Your life has been circling a gate. At 9:31, that gate swings open. You have felt it. The strange pressure. The sudden tears that made no sense. The restlessness at night. Your spirit has been feeling a door on the other side of the wall. Many times you almost gave up and said, "Maybe it's not for me." But the author of your life did not change the chapter. He only paused the scene until your strength returned. Now the page turns. Hear me. Destiny is not a spotlight that finds you when you are perfect. Destiny is a key that turns when you are ready to carry what opens. And you are ready. The testing proved it. Your heart learned mercy. Your hands learned patience. Your mouth learned silence. Your faith learned to breathe underwater. Because of that, the timing stands firm. I have been sent to break down the pattern of delay that tried to make you numb. The pattern that told you, nothing ever changes. That pattern ends. The word is, suddenly. The path is, cleared. The banner over you is, restored. You will see it begin at exactly 9:31 a.m. Let me show you what is moving toward you. 1. The key of release. For a long time a locked place stood between you and what you need: approval, provision, permission, clarity. I place the key in your hand. You will walk to a door you tried before and it will open. Not because the door changed, but because you changed. The key fits the person you became in the waiting. 2. The scroll of truth. Lies were written about you, whispers, misunderstandings, stories told in rooms you never entered. Tomorrow, truth begins to walk through those rooms with clean feet. People who would not listen will suddenly see. The record is corrected. Your name gets back its weight. 3. The oil of ease. You fought for every inch. You wore armor in your sleep. At 9:31 a.m. new wind comes behind your steps. Work still exists, but the friction goes. You will feel movement where there was mud. You will be surprised how little force it takes to lift what used to be heavy. 4. The letter of favor. Watch your messages. Watch your mailbox. Watch your calls. Something delayed returns. Something lost surfaces. A no turns into a yes, or a new door opens that is better than the one you knocked on. 5. The mantle of clarity. No more fog. No more guessing. No more picking petals to know if this is your path. Clear thoughts. Straight lines. Simple yes, simple no. The path lights under your feet like a runway. Now receive practical instruction. Do not treat this as a story. Treat it as an appointment. Tonight, before you sleep, sit for 5 quiet minutes. Place one hand over your chest. Say these simple words: I release what is not mine to carry. I welcome what heaven planned for me. Write 3 things you are thankful for, even if they feel small. Gratitude is the handle your blessing grabs when it arrives. Prepare one small action you can take in the morning that aligns with your next chapter: an email drafted, a document ready, a bag laid out, a plan written. Set the table for the feast you expect. In the morning before 9:31, keep your peace. Do not be pulled into arguments. If a sudden conflict tries to start, step back. Breathe. Say, not today. Drink water slowly and speak life over your day. Today is the day the Lord has made. I walk in it with confidence. At 9:28, pause. At 9:29, breathe. At 9:30, stand or sit with your spine tall, your shoulders soft, and your heart open. At 9:31, receive. What may happen at 9:31? A message arrives. A memory rises with fresh understanding. A calm lands on you like a warm blanket. A person you could not reach suddenly answers. An idea drops in, simple, doable, timely. A number, sign, or word repeats in a way you cannot ignore. Do not say, "That's only small." Small is where big begins. A spark looks small until it finds wood. Steward the spark. Let me speak to specific hearts, to the one who lost money and confidence. A connection returns that was meant to bless you. Do not run from it in pride. Speak clearly. Ask direct questions. Accept clean help. To the one with court papers or a decision pending, peace will meet you first, then favor follows. Do not rehearse your fear. Rehearse your facts. Rehearse your truth. Walk in and sit like someone who belongs in the room. To the one whose body is tired, a gentle lift starts in your chest. The sharp edge of pain softens. Keep your appointments, but expect good news. Your body remembers how to heal. To the one with family wounds, a conversation begins that you thought would never happen. Keep your voice low and your heart high. You are not returning to the old cycle, you are starting a new one. To the one who thinks it is too late, time is a servant, not a master. Heaven wastes nothing. You are right on the porch of your next. I was shown 3 visions for you. Vision 1, the rusted lock. I saw a heavy, rusted lock on a gate. Many have tried to oil it with talk. The more they complained, the more it seized. Then a key slid in that carried its own oil. It turned without force. The gate opened without sound. The message: stop arguing with the gate. Use the key. The key is action in peace. Vision 2. The barren field I saw cracked ground that scared the planters. It will eat our seed, they said. But a cloud the size of a hand rose from the horizon and moved quickly. Rain fell, gentle and steady. The ground drank. When the planters returned, they found tiny green lines everywhere. The message, sow now. Rain is already on the way. Vision 3. The lighthouse at noon I saw a lighthouse that usually mattered at night. But in this vision the light blazed at noon. People asked, why shine when the sun is up? Then a fog rolled in from the sea at midday. Those who thought they needed no guidance were glad for the beam. The message, do not wait for crisis to prepare. Turn on your light while it is calm. Now, warning spoken in love, beware of the last-minute distraction. The enemy cannot cancel heaven's timing, so he distracts. A sudden text designed to irritate you. An old fear. A petty demand. Smile. Let it pass. Guard your 931. Beware of shrinking when the door opens. Opportunity will look larger than your comfort. Step through anyway. Courage grows in motion. Beware of telling everyone everything. New seeds sprout best under quiet soil. Share with the wise, not with the loud. Declarations for your mouth, say them aloud when you can. I will be found where heaven expects me. I carry peace into every room. I recognize my moment and I respond. What is mine by promise meets me by timing. I am ready for good news. What changes after 931? 1. Your pace. You stop stumbling and start striding. 2. Your circle. You will meet two kinds of people, those who carry your future and those who resist your rise. Bless both. Walk with the first. 3. Your focus. No more chasing 10 things. You do the one or two that move everything else. 4. Your speech. Fewer words, more weight. You won't need to convince, your results will speak. Let me place peace over your mind. The fear that keeps saying, what if nothing happens, must be answered. What if this is the day it does? What if the door has been waiting on your knock? What if the answer has been traveling to meet you while you were still praying? Believe this, heaven is not teasing you. This is not a game. This is a gift arriving on schedule. Practical steps for the first 7 days after 931. Day 1. Write what you noticed at the hour. Date it. It will be a marker you return to. Day 2. Follow the smallest thread that appeared, make the call, send the message, set the meeting. Day 3. Clear one drawer, one folder, or one bill. Order outside makes room inside. Day 4. Encourage one person in your circle who has been waiting. Your blessing is not a private pond, it is a river. Day 5. Revisit a plan you shelved because fear shouted over it. Listen again. The fear's voice is weaker now. Day 6. Celebrate a step, not a finish line. Joy is fuel. Day 7. Rest. The new chapter is a marathon, not a sprint. To those haunted by old mistakes, mercy is not blind, mercy is healing. You are not disqualified. The same God who forgives also reassigns. You will not spend the rest of your life paying for one bad season. The bill has been stamped, settled. To those worried about resources, provision follows purpose like a shadow follows a body. When you step where you're sent, the supply knows where to find you. You will see this in small proofs that lead to larger ones: discounts, refunds, open schedules, willing helpers, doors that should have been locked left ajar. To those with a dream that scares them, good. Your dream is right-sized. If it were small enough to carry alone, it would not require faith. Break it into first steps. The mountain moves pebble by pebble. Let me bless the houses. Over the doorway of your home, I set the sign of peace. No loud storm owns your rooms. Your sleep returns. Your children, your elders, your visitors, all who cross your threshold feel calm. Arguments that used to ignite over the smallest spark will not catch fire like before. The air changes. The tone changes. Your home becomes a lamp, not a battlefield. Let me bless your work. Your hands remember skill. Your mind catches ideas mid-flight. You see the straight path through the maze. You are respected without begging for attention. Emails get answered. Calls are returned. We've been looking for someone like you, finds you. Let me bless your heart. The grief you carried does not vanish in 1 minute, but it loses its grip. You will notice that you can think of certain names and places without drowning. You will tell your own story with strength, not shame. Your laughter returns without permission slips. What if at 9:31 you feel nothing? Do not be afraid. The seed can begin under the soil. Some shifts thunder, some whisper. Some knock, some simply appear at the table. Look again over the next 24 to 72 hours. Watch the line of small mercies and small openings. They make a path when seen together. What if the moment looks like loss? Remember this: sometimes heaven prunes to make room for fruit. A no can be a rescue. A door closing can be a wall falling somewhere better. Hold your peace. Wait one turn of the page. The meaning will reveal. A final story for your courage: a traveler carried an old suitcase tied with string. Everything they owned, they kept inside. The case was heavy and hard to open. One day, a stranger offered a new case with strong latches and wheels. The traveler said, "No, I've always carried it this way." But the old string snapped. The case fell open. Inside were papers the traveler never read, deeds, letters, maps, invitations. They had been rich while walking like the poor. The stranger smiled and said, "Will you carry this truth differently now?" The traveler nodded and took the new case. Walking became easy. The lesson: sometimes heaven must break what you used to carry so you can see what you've been carrying all along. Tomorrow at exactly 9:31 a.m., take your new case. Carry your life like someone who found their papers. Walk like someone who read their letter of favor. Speak like someone who knows their name is clean. Live like someone who turned the key. I seal this word over you with courage. Your mind is clear. Your body is steady. Your steps are guided. Your future is not a rumor, it is a room you are about to enter. Remember, heaven's clock is not late. Heaven's hand is not weak. Heaven's heart toward you is not mixed. You are loved, you are seen, and you are scheduled. When the minute turns and the hands touch 9:31, whisper, if only for yourself, "I am here." Then move like it is true. Because it is.